These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America.
They have problems themselves in the system, in the way they are ruling their own countries, in the policies, in the way they want to make people just believe that all the problems in Britain or in the States is because of the Muslim.
It's going to be very difficult for those who are coming after us, because it's sort of like everybody now is suspicious of foreigners.
The events of September the 11th were used as an excuse to pass even more so-called anti-terrorist legislation.
They are unable, British or Americans, they are unable to recognize this hard reality of 11th September, why it occurred.
Acts of mass murder.
Suspicious of foreigners.
Acts of mass murder.
Suspicious of foreigners.
In Africa, we think that the other world, the other part of the world, the West, is the symbol of democracy.
Seeing it, in all its, in all its detail on TV, I think did have a profound effect on people. But then that's used by politicians not to look at the causes of the events.
So Mr. Bush and Blair should recognize this fact. They should recognize this fact that they are the person who, through their policies to monopolize the world, they created fundamentalism in our region.
Either you are with us,
democracy, freedom, respect,
or you are with the terrorists.
Democracy, freedom, respect.
They're frightened because they don't know where they're going to strike next. These terrorists, what they call them.
World Bank or IMF, they are sucking the blood of the poor nations.
They are ready to spend millions and millions of money, their money to make their defense, and that is not necessary for this country.
They are being hypocritical. So hypocrites will not allow people to come and shelter in themselves. And they are preaching the gospel that they don't believe in. They are preaching human rights, which they don't believe in. Why should they do that?
A great people has been moved to defend a great nation.
Hypocritical.
A great people has been moved to defend a great nation.
Hypocritical.
You can see the whole talk in the media.
They're saying that they're terrorists. Maybe they're fighting for freedom. We don't know that.
They've been talking about this is because of the asylum seekers, the refugees, the strangers.
The immigrants community is being targeted and victimized.
By nature of the fact that they cross boundaries, they call into question implicitly the power of nation states to control the world.
We've been generous to them, giving them, holding, them and giving them all the support. And this is, how they repay.
To be victimized in silence, it's wrong.
Someone's terrorism is someone's fight.
Being a revolutionary, I dare to say that it's better to be victimized, but to fight back.